A few weeks ago, just finished watching one of the best TV shows of all time. It's not a TV show or series that's as big as Stranger Things or The Boys or Loki or any other TV shows that are actually known by every single body. But instead, it's an animated TV show called Arcane. But today I'm not going to talk about it, and instead, if you've ever watched Arcane, you'll notice that almost every single line in that movie, or I mean series, is just straight up fire and bars. And there's this one quote, and that single quote will be the main topic that I'm going to talk about today, which is there is no price to perfection, only an end to pursuit. Once again, there is no price to perfection and only an end to pursue. For a fact, at least for me, this right here is the best quote in the entirety of Arcane. And this quote right here actually resonates with me the most. The struggles we all face in life and every single thing is actually pretty relatable. You know, perfection is often seen as the ultimate goal for everybody, whether it's in our careers, our relationships, or even our personal growth. We chase it, what do you call it, relentlessly, believing that someday or somehow, that if we just reach that elusive, perfect state, every single thing will not fall into place. But the truth is, perfection is an illusion, and pursuing it can sometimes lead to more harm than good. And let's just take a moment to think about what perfection means. It's something that's pretty subjective. It is constantly shifting. It is depending on who defines it. And it's just not something that's objective. For one person, it might mean wealth or fame, but for another person, it could mean having a flawless family life or just living their best imagination. No matter how hard we try, there will always be something more to improve. Something just beyond our grasp, something that's really far ahead. And this endless chase often leaves us the feeling of dissatisfied. You know, no matter how much we achieve, we will always still aim for more. And now let's just break down the idea that perfection offers no price, okay? When we focus too much on achieving perfection, we miss out on the appreciating part, appreciating the progress that we've made, and just going along the way, just enjoying those stuff. Because my dad used to say that life is not a destination, but a journey. And the pursuit itself is what teaches us the most valuable lessons. The small victories in life, the challenges that we overcome, and the overall connections that we build along the way are what truly matter. A good example of this is, let me see, comes from the world of art and innovation. Many masterpieces were born not out of perfection, but from imperfections. And that itself is actually the core of beauty. Vincent van Gogh, for instance, he created some of the most beloved paintings in the world. Yet, himself, he still felt pretty far from perfection. Similarly, in science and technology, progress often comes through trial and error rather than getting it right in the first time. But you might think, right? What about the end to pursue part of the code? When we become too obsessed with perfection, it can, what do you call it? It can stifle creativity, and sometimes it could lead to burnout. It's like climbing a mountain that you can't see the peak. So you just keep on climbing and don't or neglect, and you're unable to enjoy the view along the way. This mindset could prevent us from taking risk or trying new things around us. Because of what? Because of the fear of not being perfect. So, instead of chasing perfection, that A index, that 4.0 GPA. I believe we should just focus on our growth. And there's this quote on ChatGPT that says that growth is attainable and it allows us to embrace our flaws and learn from them, which I think is pretty true. And let's just move forward. When we shift our perspective, we realize that imperfection is not a weakness. Instead, it is a strength. It is what makes us human and gives our lives meaning and depth. So, in conclusion, the pursuit of perfection might seem like a noble thing to do, but it's ultimately a trap. There is no trophy waiting at the end of the line. There's no finish line to cross. Instead, we should aim to pursue excellence and growth, appreciating the journey rather than just obsessing over the final thing that we should aim. As the quote suggests, perfection doesn't offer rewards. It only marks at the end of the exploration. So, let's embrace imperfection, celebrate our progress, and find joy in the pursuit itself. That's it from today, and see you tomorrow.